Guys, welcome back. And I'm driving by a guy in my neighborhood, looks like one of my clients. But anyways, how's everybody doing today? Let's let some people get up in the room. And obviously we're going to talk a little bit about what happened last night. But I also wanted to thank you guys because best trimmer of 2022 is now live. And that video kind of went off, I'm not going to lie. So waking up this morning and I seen how well that video did, and I'm just grateful. So these last few weeks, man, it's been a blur between doing the best shaver of 2023, best clipper of 2023, and now best trimmer of 2023. Yeah, I mean those videos, they take a lot out of you. I was probably wrapped up in like 20 hours of editing for each one. And then, at least another 20 hours of filming, for all three, between filming, just doing tons of haircuts with them, to filming them themselves, to just everything, man. Just a ton of work. So I don't know about you guys everywhere else in the world, but here's the first day back of school, which means the traffic is going to definitely be out here today. So we're going to have a little ride to work. And good morning, everybody. Thank you guys all for joining me, and welcome back. And I don't know if you guys got a chance to check out that trimmer video, but like I said, it's going off. You guys got a chance to win a trimmer, and there's a ton of information in that video, well thought out script, everything like that. But yeah, man, that's what we're what I wanted to do today was I just wanted to come on, and I just wanted to kind of react or talk about like what happened a little bit last night. I just, in a million years, I never thought that I'd be riding to work today with the game unfinished. There's a lot of playoff implications for the game that was going to happen last night. So, for instance, like if Cincinnati won, they had a win over us and Kansas. They would have been number one seed. And then if we would have won, we would have remained number one seed. And then also KC's over here looking at it. So I have no idea what in a million years, I never could have predicted that something like this could even happen. But this poor man, Damar Hamlin, is he's our starting safety. He's in for Micah Hyde, and he is, by all accounts, a great young man. And it's just terrible to see something like that happen to him. I mean, I can't believe it. I really never would expect. He's only 24 years old, and God, I hope he pulls through, man. I really do. I hope he pulls through all right. They did CPR on him for like something like 9 minutes, and they got his heart beating again. So who knows? Really, who knows? But thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Thank you, Ivy. I appreciate that. And the curiosity I kind of have now, because that's one side of it, and I think that a lot of people who were playing last night on both sides, and even the fans, were kind of like looking at it like, how is football important right now? Like, you got a guy who's fighting for his life right here. All these teammates are grief-stricken. I mean, even the other side, the Bengals are a class act. Their fans are a class act of people. And Damar Hamlin's got a charity that he was hoping to raise $2,500 for, and last night it hit $3 million. So, shout out to them Cincinnati fans, for real. They were damn, yo, an eagle just swooped down and grabbed the fish out of the water. That means something good's coming to you when you see that. But anyways, those fans are a class act, man. You could hear a pin drop in that stadium when he was down, and they were beyond respectful for that. And like I said, they've all donated to his charity. God willing, this guy wakes up, he's going to see how much money hit that charity, and he's going to be floored. And it's a strange play, man. I mean, he makes a tackle, gets up, and even pushes a guy, like looks like he's fine, and then it was just boom. It was like he just collapses, and I can't I can't say anything like that has ever happened in this game, and it's going to be a black eye for the NFL. I mean, really, there was one player carted off earlier, and he probably has a concussion too. And then now we have this, and then we had to stop the game. There was no way the NFL was gonna play that game. I mean, when you look at how are they gonna have a guy fighting for his life, all these grief-stricken players, and then they're gonna make them go play? Imagine if somebody, you know, in your family died at the very moment you're expected to go play a game. Nah, man, that's not important, you know. But on the other side of it, what are they gonna do as far as rescheduling goes? Because this game has to be played. There's no way that they could call it a draw or whatever. I'm really curious to see. I'm sure there's no protocol for something like this, but I'm really curious to see what they're going to do, because I was talking about it. I was thinking they could probably reschedule this game for Thursday night and then move the Patriots game to Monday, maybe Monday night. But that's a lot of football to be played in just a couple of days, and I'm not sure if they can even do that. So then what do? Push the playoffs back a week? And if they push the playoffs back a week, that means everybody would get a first-round bye in a sense. Everybody would get that first week off, an extra week off. And the winning teams would have, 3 weeks before they play another game? I mean, is that a good thing? This could actually kind of change the way the Super Bowl winds up shaping up in a weird way. Chris says the only thing to do is keep your prayers for him and his family. You know, football is not as important as that call to shut down was. I think it was a good call too. I absolutely think it was a good call. I also think, like, as I sat there and watched, I thought, what the fuck is taking him so long to call this game off? I mean, it was kind of getting to a point where obviously this game wasn't going to be played. You almost kind of knew this. Within 20 minutes. They worked on him for about 30 minutes on the field. That's very unusual in of itself. And then when they suspended the game, I figured, like, a decision's coming, and it just took forever. I'm just watching, and I'm like, what could Goodell possibly be wondering about? Like, this game can't be played. It wouldn't be right for either team to play this game at this point. And, you know, I just thought personally that the decision took too long to make, because when you started thinking about how a bunch of guys who just don't feel football's important, those guys were hitting each other. There was a bit of dirty shit going on in that game. I mean, that play where Josh Allen was just standing there, he'd already threw the ball. That dude threw his back and tried to hit his ankle real quick. I mean, that's kind of the thing, you know. And if anything could probably be gained from these NFL players, is like they're taking some pretty high risks to make that type of money and to have that type of fame. And, you know, I'm sure a bunch of them are waking up this morning wondering if it's all worth it or not. Because you look at a guy like Tua, how many concussions has he had this year alone? And, you know, this guy's got a ton of money sitting in the bank account. He could do something else with his life. And they're just kind of using him, man. They're just kind of using him up because they know he's probably not going to be the future of that team. So, believe me, if that was Patrick Mahomes who had one of those concussions, he'd have been off the field immediately. And he probably wouldn't have been back on for an adequate amount of time before or anything. You know, they're not going to risk a franchise quarterback like that. But when you got a guy like Tua that nobody cares about, they're just like, hey, get back in there. You want to get yourself knocked out again? Go ahead. And, you know, at the same time, you can blame the league, but these people are making the decision to go. You know, Tua wants to be the starter, so he's making the decision to be there. But at the end of the day, I just feel like if there's anything to take away from this, man, we need to make some good decisions for our own life, for our own personal safety, for our own families. You know, I don't know if Damar has any kids or anything like that, but I seen him, you know, hugging his mom and everything like that. He's done that quite a few different games, and